Join us February 7th through the 15th as we're back at the Great American Outdoor Show at the Harrisburg Farm Show Complex.
I thought you were doing a
Say the
pistol
thing.
guy.
Oh, I am. I just wanted to make it awkward.
Oh.
Say the line, Bart.
Wait till you see what I did with the camera there. It'll feel pretty awkward. Oh, this is great. I'm having fun today.
Yeah.
I normally don't get to be in front of the camera, which is different, I guess. So anyhow, thanks for joining us today. On this episode of Aftermath, we are going to talk about sidearms.
Yeah, I can't see him in the film.
Exactly.
Of course. That's all right.
Well, it's all right. We'll pick them up.
We almost need to get it above
so-
camera.
Yeah, that
that's-
actually wouldn't be a bad
Not
idea.
a bad idea.
Yeah.
But so effectively, you've got all your main roles, but some of the roles like LMG, sniper, DMR, at the events, you're pretty much required to have a sidearm because of minimum engagements. And then you've got guys like me who play a lot of indoor, and sometimes I'll just main a sidearm. I'll get an HPA tap and an M4 mag and look like a fool, but I'm having fun. You know.
Yeah, so I mean, a sidearm, let's just talk about, I feel like your average class. You just go to any event, not indoor specific, not essentially woods ball, but let's just say you're an airsoft player and you have like an M4. And I would say that class, you're not required to have a sidearm, right?
For an M4, no.
But
I often won't.
yeah, but the whole idea, if you do choose to run a sidearm for that class, would be mainly for what? Just indoors and not having like a long barrel turning corners? Is that why you would want that?
Yeah, and a lot of guys do it for realism purposes. They,
Okay.
they like to, if they run their mag out, they like to do the transitions.
Yeah, that's
Well-
kind of maybe a good training factor.
Well, also switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading.
That's true.
Now, I did have a couple of situations where I run out of ammo, my rifle, and I have someone right in front of me. I just go.
Case in point, when I would play indoors with the MP7, which I brought this down as a sidearm because you've mentioned that you like to
Yep.
sometimes use a submachine gun
Yep.
as your sidearm when you're sniping.
Can be handy. There's
So that's why the subs are on the table as a
Yeah.
sidearm, because there are use cases where if you're a machine gunner or something, now it's in a large configuration right now, but if you do this and take the suppressor off, you have a very compact, sideable.
I mean, it's
Some-
almost, take the suppressor off, it's almost as big as Nate's SSX-23.
I mean, it is actually.
yeah. See, that's the thing. There are some caveats when you do like an SMG sidearm.
I got to tell you, I really like these dead air suppressors, even if I'm fumbling with it right
I was
now.
gonna say, is it supposed to be QD or is it user error?
No, it's user error.
Don't worry, we'll edit your stupidity out.
No, leave my stupidity in.
I sure as fuck won't be able to figure out how to get that off.
I'm just going to unthread the
Okay.
muzzle device. 3 years later.
Gotta get better with that left hand.
This is my right hand. But yeah, it's
SMG. Yeah, so one thing, if you choose to run an SMG as a sidearm, you will always pay the weight penalty. I personally, if I run my MP5K, which is HPA, I either have a small tank with a line or I run a CO2 adapter on the top like this pistol. But the thing is, like, you just have that firepower. You have,
there we go.
like, well, this SSX-23, the trigger response is not the greatest, but you have like usually a snappier trigger with an SMG. The HPA engines that can go in those are way better than like a non-blowback system.
This is
like
kind
this.
of an oddity because this is a Tokyo Marui MP7.
And what's in it? A jack?
It's got a Polar Star jack in it, and you can find some of the Umarex ones. But the nice thing about the TM MP7s is they're actually 2/3 scale.
Oh, okay, a little more compact.
So
right?
they're a lot more compact. And, fun fact, an airsoft BB is actually bigger around than the actual round that a real
Wow.
MP7 shoots.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just having that firepower. Now, you do need to make sure some events might be like, yeah, you're not running that as a sidearm.
Right. But if it's an option,
Yeah, and you don't mind the weight, and like I said, I think chest mount is the best. When you start to get something that size, I don't really want it on my hip or leg. It's
So,
just That's a Scorpion.
This is a Scorpion VZ61. I brought this down just because at Code Orange this past year, I ran into a guy who had one of these as his sidearm, but he had it on a retractable single point sling with a rare earth magnet right here,
That's smart.
and it was right here
That's
on
cool.
his kit. And when he would put his sniper rifle down, he would just whip this thing
Yep.
out, and then
And is that an AEG?
this is an AEG. It is extremely rare. I think I know of 2 in the world, maybe 3, that are HPA'd.
Wow, I'm guessing it's hard to stuff.
I actually
an
the
HPA
one
engine in there.
the one I came across at Code Orange was HPA'd, but that's one of the 3 that I know of.
Yeah.
So the plan for getting this gun was to HPA it, but I never got around to it.
Yeah, so now when you have, if you're sniper, DMR, LMG, I would say a sidearm is definitely more along the lines of required. Now, I've been to events where it's like legitimately required. Like you need a sidearm to enter the field because I feel like if someone is within your minimum engagement distance, you can't shoot them and the field worries that you will without a sidearm. And then there's kind of where like, is it actually physically required? No, but if someone comes into your minimum engagement distance, you're done. Like you have no way to shoot the enemy. But so for sniping,
That's when you run.
Yeah.
for sniping, I think that this is like the king of sidearms. It's the Mark 23 platform. This is the SSX 23. Very affordable for what you get. It's non-blowback. It's super quiet.
The quiet is what sells that for me.
Exactly, and it
The
is a
trigger
little,
pull is probably the loudest part of that whole
yeah.
thing.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can like do the
When-
hammer.
when the spring goes twang.
Yeah.
That's the loudest part of the gun.
But that's it's all things that you can just kind of deal with. Now mine, I am not a fan of green gas. I did go over this pistol in one of our other videos, but I don't like green gas. I just don't like having the can to fill and or having to carry the green gas cans around.
They're irritating.
Yeah, so when I started building this pistol, I started off with HPA, and I got an HPA tapped shotgun shell adapter so I could ditch the mags, because the mags, even with HPA fitting, they're just bricks and they're super heavy. This is super light. You can carry so many shotgun shells. It's stuck in there.
That
Try
works
again.
for in a firefight.
There we go.
Yeah.
You can carry like this shotgun shell adapter and like 5 of these, or probably even 10.
And
it's,
those hold as much as a regular mag, right?
yeah, like 30. More than
Yeah.
a regular mag. And it's just overall way lighter.
Well, TM mag is what, 31 rounds? I
Oh,
know
I thought it was
Glock-
like 20 something.
a
The
Glock mag is
little ones are
23.
26, and it's been so long since I've actually used a TM green gas mag. I use the HPA adapters and everything.
Yeah.
So like when I play indoors, some days I won't even pull out anything other than a high kappa.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go the whole day on a high kappa with an M4 adapter and an HPA tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. I mean,
I just, for
24 rounds.
24 rounds.
what holds 24?
The SSX 23.
Okay, yeah, so a shotgun shell holds 30, and when you have the shotgun shell adapter, you basically put a full shell in, it puts some up into the mag, and then you refill the shotgun shell, so like, it's even more than
And they
that.
don't fall out when you drop the shell.
Nope, they stay up in the mag because there's like a stopper in there somehow. So basically those don't always count because you need the ones to push it, but yeah, you hold 30 rounds. And then I went with a Polar Star CGS CO2 adapter
Okay.
because Navrich at one point, I remember on his website, it was years ago, it was like coming in 2018, and it was for a CO2 mag. But the reason that they never made CO2 mags in place of green gas is because the pressure is too high and the non-blowback system can't handle the CO2 pressure. But I'm hoping that this works out well because it's regulated. So this is what I plan to run this upcoming season as my sniper sidearm, is this SSX 23 space gun looking thing. Kind of looks like a scope. It is a little heavier, but this whole setup weighs less than a tank and airline. And there is a line, but it's all on the pistol itself.
So now let me ask you this though, because this thought just occurred to me. Having the weight there instead of on your belt, how does that affect you?
Well, it is on my belt.
No, I mean when you draw the gun.
I haven't
actually using
I
it?
haven't actually fielded it yet. So that's all
'Cause
things.
that's one of the, you know, I started playing paintball in the 80s.
You're talking about just the speed of
having
the draw.
having the
The
tank
remote
on the gun versus having a remote line to have the tank on your back was a big draw for people to keep the weight off the gun itself.
So that is true, and it will definitely slow me down. But one of the main reasons I wanted to try this is because sometimes one of my sniper rifles is HPA, and at one point I was running 2 tanks and 2 lines.
Oh.
So when this was HPA tapped, I would either run my spring sniper rifle, so I only had 1 tank and line. But when I got my new rifle together, I just didn't want to have 2 tanks and 2 lines.
And you have to because the pressures are so different, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And also,
But that's a very good point.
Also, another thing, like switching out, like if you have an HPA rifle and an HPA pistol, swapping out the lines, not only the pressure is going to be different,
what
but
if you
also
put the wrong line on?
Well, no. If you only have one line, one reg.
Oh.
That swapping it, I've seen it. Like it's going to take longer to switch. Your pressure's going to be or your FPS is going to be inconsistent because it's meant for your rifle, not for your pistol, and it's just a big hassle in general.
I just wanted something that was lighter, so there's obviously
it's a really cool idea. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, like I said, there are definitely some drawbacks.
Blind solo.
Blind solo, yeah.
Well, it looks like he's about to go hunt for Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Good reference.
Yeah.
Even factoring in spare CO2 cartridges, like I compared, I don't know the exact weights, but I weighed that adapter with CO2 cartridges, and it is still significantly lighter than a 9 CI tank and the line.
How many shots are you getting out of 1 CO2 cartridge?
Honestly,
It's got to be a lot more than a regular.
Yeah, because also too, that's going to be so low. I'm probably going to run that at like 1 joule. Like what's the typical limit for a sidearm?
I mean the 155.
Okay, yeah.
Most of the high kappa builds that I do don't really get over 135, 140.
Yeah, I mean we'll see how it works out. But what do you guys have here? You have a lot. You're like the high kappa master.
I've built probably a couple hundred high kappas at this point.
And which one's like your baby here?
So I'm gonna start with the Navrich SSP-1. This is the Jackal Otherworld Limited 1 of 1 from Otherworld or from Downfall 7. I won this in the raffle. This is when I'm at a milsim, I run this gun with CO2 mags as my sidearm. Downside is it's a little heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing compared to that.
Wow. I'm really bad about having things on my legs, and I prefer, since my arms are a little longer and I don't like getting stuck on my plate carrier,
Yep.
I prefer a drop holster, but I ride it about mid-height.
Okay.
So it's still kind of on my leg.
Yeah.
And it always pulls my pants down. I don't know. It's probably because the leg strap kind of does.
Oh, when you were talking about the
does
size
that.
of that, were you referring to it getting stuck on the plate carrier with its size? Because you gotta remember, I don't wear plate
Well,
carriers.
it also being able to holster it and stow it and have it on the side.
Oh, well,
comfortably.
Do you know what the DTD holster is?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, so that I feel like is my best option with that. I don't have to physically, with the suppressor too, I don't have to have it super high. I can just clip it in the side.
Yeah, that's definitely useful.
But the pouch placement on the belt of like my utility pouch, that's gonna have an impact on that with that on the top.
Right.
So that I have to work through.
So I pretty much every sidearm that I run, I rotate them around because I don't have enough of them for every gun, but I'll put the TLR 1 on it because I use the Blackhawk Omnivore holsters and it grabs it grabs the light and not the gun, and that allows me to switch. Just leave that holster on and just switch.
That's nice.
Switch up whatever sidearm I want, and it's just there. And I also I take that holster and I mill the bottom of it out so that I can leave the tracer on it.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But yeah, this one I won. I was floored. I didn't have any association with Jackal or Otherworld at the time, and Paul announced that this was the basically the grand prize for the raffle, and I was kind of drooling over it. And when I got that raffle ticket, I
do love that style.
Yeah. So I got into the building of the high kappas and kind of the end all be all. Let's do a
no financial limit.
No financial limit, no holds barred, no compromises. This gun sat in a bag of parts in the back room at Jackal until I had every last part collected. for probably a year and a half, because that's how long it took me to collect all the parts
And
that I put in.
how
this.
much do you think you have into that?
1,600?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
It's definitely not hard, but the high cap is
oh
tough.
no.
It's super easy.
That's the way I like to do it, though.
But
go big or go home.
It's the tan anodized. It's the Dr. Black advanced frame. That in and of itself, you might see another one of these frames in this color, but you won't see this cut ever again in that color.
That's nice.
If you do, I'll be impressed. Like hand stippled grip, laser engraved with the Jackal logo. It's all Dr. Black and LA Kappa, and then I've got a couple of Cow internals in it, and maybe an Airsoft Masterpiece here, I think.
So you will run that, like you said at the beginning, like as a primary.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can just like it's HPA
You put
tap
the
mag.
HPA tap with the M4 mag. I should have brought that.
Okay.
But
Now,
yeah.
if you run, you're playing like a milsim or some type
I
of
won't do
woods
it for
ball,
that.
or no, not the HPA tap. I'm saying, say you run one of these pistols as a sidearm for the class, like if you're a DMR or
Yeah.
rifleman.
Yeah.
Do you commonly run into scenarios where you use it, or do you have a couple scenarios in mind where?
Sometimes I'm actually irritated that I have to have it,
Really?
because I mean you're paying the weight penalty, because if you're gonna have it,
Yep.
you need to make sure you're usable, so you're gonna have at least 3 mags. To me,
Yeah, that's
to
true.
me a sidearm kit is the mag in the gun and a pouch, a 2-pouch of spare mags, and then usually you'll throw a couple of extra CO2 canisters in a pouch somewhere. So
I stopped wearing a sidearms. I played for like 10 years and never drew it at one time.
Yeah,
at a
see,
game.
Yeah.
if I'm having a real shitty day at a game, and I'm like dying a lot or walking a lot because it respawns far, if I get like some pistol kills, like as a sniper, I'm like satisfied. Like, oh, you know what? I didn't get a lot of sniper kills today, but I got to use my sidearm.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I just,
okay.
that's why I like, it's kind of like when you
Yeah.
get a satisfying headshot, it's like, I got a pistol kill today.
Now with the MP7, when I was playing with that indoors, that only has, I want to say it's a 100-round mag.
Okay.
We'd be going for long enough that I wouldn't be keeping track of the rounds left in the mag, and I would run dry as someone was coming around the corner, and I would have to transition.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I did with the shotgun as well.
Gotcha.
But
I will say though, with the weight penalty that you guys are saying, like the AP, it's a great option because polymer frame, polymer top,
Yeah,
upper,
that is really light.
that the only moving part's this, so
That's
the
like a
gas efficiencies aren't.
semi-blowback is what they call that one, I think.
I wouldn't
It's
call
a-
it semi-blowback.
I
It's like
consider
a
it to
Ruger
be a
Mark
full
IV.
on.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought maybe I saw it advertised somewhere as
it's
semi.
based off
but-
of, I think, what is it, the Ruger?
Ruger Mark IV.
Okay,
So-
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes Glock mags, so you can easily get mags for it. It
Although I
holds-
definitely recommend using the Action Army ones. They fit
Yeah.
better.
That's another one of those pistols that is a really, in my opinion, really good out of the box. I've never like used it, but I've shot a couple of them, and I think it's like a solid.
And it's a $100
platform.
pistol.
Yeah,
It's-
105.
yeah.
Thanks, Frankie.
Thanks.
But the only thing that you have to change with this pistol is the hammer. Because, I mean, I don't know if we can see here or we can zoom
Probably
in
not.
post.
Yeah, it might be a little dark. I don't know.
Yeah. That has a stainless steel hammer in it. Stock, it has like an aluminum hammer or something.
Chinesium.
Chinesium
Yeah.
hammer. And it snaps after like
It's pot metal.
4,000 rounds. So you need a stainless steel hammer. It's only like $55. I mean, on top, they made the pistol cheap enough to where like, oh, I can justify
Yeah.
running this as a pistol, and if I want to upgrade it,
Frankie, you actually ran that exact pistol in one of the pistol kumites.
correct.
I actually feel. I think we talked about this before one time. I think $100 for the gun. If you put another 100 into it, you would have like a world class airsoft pistol
Yeah.
for $200.
Exactly. With
Where you're sometimes paying for just a Glock model $200.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
you're paying for the G on the side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is short shrift.
Yeah.
Oh, so
You trying to lock it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can go over short shrifting real quick since I just brought it up.
I mean, that's something that I do to sidearms that you want a more speed and precision out of, but it definitely it completely eliminates the realism because slides don't lock back when you short stroke.
Yeah.
I mean, they
So-
shoot faster.
Frankie, what role do you primarily play when you do airsoft?
I mean, I do everything but like mainly rifleman at this point.
So is that your go-to sidearm?
Absolutely.
And how do you always carry it?
Absolutely.
And do you find yourself using it a lot, or it's just one of those things where it's nice to know you have it?
I half and half. Like, it's nice to know that I have it, but sometimes it covers me in a pinch.
Yeah.
Plus, also too with sniping, like what I do is I can't say that. Yeah. We gotta wait for the. Yeah, we gotta wait for some rulings.
After dark.
No, we gotta wait for some rulings from the Supreme Court, and then I can say what I want to say.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
But
Frankie's important. He needs the Supreme Court.
but I mean though, like it's light enough, and also too, I 3D print some stuff, and I 3D printed a barrel, so it's like kind of like a fluid barrel.
Okay.
And
nice.
yes, it looks longer, and it looks like a space Luger, like a million people have been telling me. But I just think it makes it look a lot cooler, and it's honestly about the same weight, but I can make it a lot lighter if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys have anything else to add for sidearms?
I mean that they're fun.
Yeah,
they're not
definitely.
always necessary.
Yeah, I
but
mean, depending on your class, I would say sniper, DMR, or LMG. Like, you should just have a sidearm. Just make sure you get one for that.
yeah.
If you want to build out a sidearm, get a high kappa or an AAP or some of the TM Glocks. If you just want a sidearm just to have,
Good luck finding a TM Glock.
yeah, you can find them.
But
But
rock out with your Glock out.
Yeah.
rock out your Glock out.
Just don't get a SIG. Even the airsoft models go off by themselves.
And on that bombshell, it's time for us to end.
But yeah, anyway, let us know what you guys think about sidearms in the comments, what you run, when you use them, what your favorite one is. But yeah,
Well, let's have a comment battle. What's better, AAP or high kappa?
AAP.
Ooh, man, that's going to be tough.
Uh,
I don't know. I think the high cap will win, but I think the AAP has come a
it's
long
a
way
very
the last
very
couple
strong
years.
contender.
well, we'll let these guys debate that out. But
Yeah.
thanks for watching. Call your hits.